The school is situated in the city of Bristol. The pupil roll is 270 and children are from a range of social and ethnic backgrounds. We have a staffing complement of around 20 which consists of teachers and learning support assistants. We work the school as a team, various teams who have particular responsibilities in relation to raising achievement within the school. And that's the way that we feel that our school runs efficiently, so that each person knows exactly what they've got to do within the team context, but we're all working towards raising achievement in the whole school. We have a very high focus on continuing professional development. From the outset 5 years ago when I took over as head, it seemed to be the most important way that we could improve the school by investing in the people that worked in the school and by creating a culture whereby the school was perceived and is a learning organisation, so that pupils see adults within the school learning and they are role models for lifelong learning. So the question that we ask at the end of each day is, what have we learnt today and how did we learn? And that's something that staff ask as well as pupils.
One of the things that really struck me when I first came into this school was the positive feeling everywhere in the school, in the staff room, in the classroom, in the corridors. The head and the deputy head took out almost a whole morning just to talk to us about the school, about the ethos of the school, and about what they hoped we would get out of it, and also not only what we would get from the experience, but what the school would get from actually having us there. So we were given the impression that the staff here were just as willing to learn from us as we are obviously willing to learn from them, and that was something that I hadn't experienced before and was refreshing and energising really, because we felt that we had really something to contribute.
What we really do feel is that teachers work and learn best from other teachers. So we try to include that as the main feature of CPD. So the kind of strategies that we would use would be to pair up teachers so that they would actually observe each other, they would monitor what's happened, and they would learn to give feedback. We also have a whole range of other activities which include coaching, and this is one which we're particularly developing at the moment, that the skills in coaching.
Yeah, well, I think
the school is organised in teams, and there are two main types of teams. One is the structural teams, and secondly there are the project teams.
The learning games have been set up at Hopwells as an out-of-hours project to enhance children's learning in Year 5, which is something that we've identified in our strategic plan. And hopefully that's a cross-party team which has been set up with members of both key stages at Hopwells, learning support assistants, and also members from our partnership schools in the Beacon project. We're also bringing in staff, and they're bringing in pupils from the school as well.
Will they come away with that? Will they've reached a consensus on what they think the most important confidence is? Right.
in their order.
Right.
I disagree, and I think that this is my strongest skill.
I've been involved in working with our two partner schools who are part of our Beacon project. We've worked together to look at how we can solve the problems, the common problems that we face within our schools, and really impact upon improving children's attainment in writing. And one of the ways in which we've done that is through using collaborative group work as a framework for helping children to learn to solve problems in a creative way, really developing their thinking skills. And we actually came up with the idea together that we would produce some story sacks. I think the pupils gain a lot from having teachers who come back into the classroom really energised by the work that they've been doing. They've had a lot of opportunity to discuss children's work and really focus in on what it is children need to do to improve. So I think when they come back into the class, the children really pick up a sense of the fact that their work is really valued, that somebody's really taking the time to reflect and analyse how to help them move forward. Idyllic is a lovely word.
Yeah, afterwards he goes to the land. If our teachers learn, then when they come back from learning, they can teach us new things and like things that we haven't learned, like new ways of doing the things. My favourite way of learning is listening, because like if you went out to like play football, yeah, and you were like you didn't really play it, but then you like really wanted to play it, And then if there's someone coaching, if you just ask them and then you listen to them, they can like teach you. So if you listen, then you learn.
The whole school approach to learning actually touches everybody that's part of this school. It's important from when they start in the nursery to actually talk to them about their learning, about trying to find the most successful ways that children learn, and to actually communicate with parents about what we know about their children's learning, but also to incorporate what they know about their children's learning so that learning is successful throughout the school. What we feel is that if you have a culture of learning, if we have a culture of self-improving, then what we need to include is all staff within the school. The role of support assistants in the school is really important. We work as teams, and so their development as individuals and as a team is really very, very crucial to raising achievement in the school. So the learning support assistants at the moment have had training in sports coaching. They're now called Learning Support Assistants Sport, and they work at lunchtime.
Right, well, I became a dinner lady, you know, this inverted commas phrase, dinner lady. And then it was very much the norm that dinner ladies sort of stood in a corner and were yapping about the kids and the washing, anything except what the children were doing, really. I could see that there was a gap. Something was missing that we could be doing for these children. Instead of this awful free-for-all, 200 kids chasing one football and you getting it in the face and, you know, we could do something else with these children. But again, we needed qualifications, and we happened to have an out-of-doors football club that were coming to us who said that they had courses for football coaching, which I and a colleague went on. And a parent actually came on it as well. And we qualified, became football coaches, and we could then organise the children, you see, and teach them skills appropriate to what they were doing. And all of a sudden, we didn't have this fighting and wrangling going on in the playground. They were committed to what they were doing, they were learning. 5 years ago, I didn't think I'd be doing this. It's just happened. You get on this roller coaster and you ride it, and you go with it. You see where we're going with the school, you have the vision, and you want to get there. And we're going to get there.